Hey, I'm Ed. Tonight we're going to make a Langostino or crayfish risotto. Risotto is one of our family's favorite dishes, and it's very easy to make, and you can tweak it by adding all kinds of ingredients. Tonight we're going to be using crayfish or langostinos. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, they sell them in little 10-ounce bags. So I have a pound of crayfish. These are already cooked, so they're going to go in at the last second. And as with a typical risotto, we use the following steps. We saute an onion in a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Then we add the risotto, the arborio rice, and we toast that in the same pan. Then we add a half a cup of white wine. So we have a cup of arborio rice, half a cup of white wine. At the same time, we keep in a pot warmed up a quart, which is one of these boxes, of chicken stock. I do not use water in my risottos. The chicken stock adds a lot of flavor to it. And one of my little secrets is a tablespoon of soy sauce I put in there. And then right at the end, we add while we're cooking it, we add the chicken stock, about a half a cup or a cup at a time. And right at the end, when all the water's been absorbed, the liquid has been absorbed, we add our seafood, and to finish it, we take it off the heat and we add 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. So, meet you at the stove. So to start our risotto, I've preheated the chicken stock. I'm going to have that on a simmer. And I preheated my pan. Try to use a cast iron pan, either enamel coated, or you could even use like a cast iron frying pan. Add my olive oil while it's hot. Immediately put in the onions. Saute those up until they're sweated a little bit. We don't want to brown or burn these, we just want to make them clear, so we just sweat these for a minute. We've sweated down and made our onions a bit translucent without browning them or burning them. Now we're going to add our cup of arborio rice, for risotto rice, and we're just going to heat this up, toast it a little bit. We don't even want to brown it, we just want to heat it through and bring out, when you smell like a nutty smell of the rice, then you know it's toasted just enough. Our arborio rice is very lightly toasted, barely not even colored, but it's heated all the way through. Everything's nice and hot. So next step, add the first liquid, half a cup of white wine. Quickly stir that in. And at the same time, we're going to let the alcohol boil off for a second. At the same time, I'm going to add my tablespoon of soy sauce to the chicken stock. So the secret to risotto is to add the liquid, like not all at once, about half a cup to a cup at a time, and not constantly stir it, but stir it quite often. So already our white wine is dried up, so we're going to start adding the stock. Now you can see the soy sauce changed the color of our broth a little. That's nice. So we add our first, probably half cup, 3/4 of a cup. I just use a scooper. Stir it around, let it boil down a little bit, not till it's totally dry, and then we go and add our next cup. We let our rice absorb the first batch of liquid, and you can see it's not totally dry, it's still wet, but the liquid's not filling in the gaps anymore. So we can add our next cup. And we just keep doing this, 1 cup at a time, stir it a bit, and then every 30 seconds or a minute we stir it again like this until all the liquid is absorbed. Alright, so we've been adding our liquid, our chicken stock, 1 cup at a time, 1 ladle at a time. Now it's all done. This is our last batch, and our 20-25 minutes of work has been rewarded. We have a beautiful creamy risotto. As soon as it absorbs this last bit of broth, and not when it's totally dry, but semi-dry, I'm going to just chuck in our seafood, in this case our crawfish, langostinos, and then our Parmesan cheese, and we'll be done. You've noticed that this is not a hands-off dish like some of our stews and stuff that can just sit in an oven braising for a long time. So I got it down to where we have just almost all the liquid is absorbed. Now, because these are pre-cooked, I'm going to add them at the last second. All I want to do is heat them through. I do not want to actually cook them again, which will make them shrivel up and get tough. So we just want to heat them through. Just stir them for 15 to 30 seconds. And we still have a little bit of liquid in there, but it'll evaporate off quickly. And at the last second, we're just going to add our 3/4 cup of Parmesan. Stir that in. And now we're going to turn off the heat and just let it settle for a couple minutes. And we'll serve it up. Serving up risotto is easy enough. Just get a nice bowl. I like to use these nice, elegant, shallow bowls. Put our portion in. And I like to finish it with something a little bit green. You can put shredded parsley on the top. I'm going to put some of our sauteed spinach with garlic on there. You can also find that recipe on YouTube. So, risotto with crawfish and sauteed spinach with garlic. Enjoy!